Here's a brief discussion of passing notes and neighbor notes. I'd like to start by doing a simple figured bass progression. So let's do the key of F major. I'm going to go like this. This is the figured bass. If you'd like practice writing a figured bass, you can pause the video and write this out in 4 voices. This is just triadic part writing. This would be a chance for you to practice. Give you a second to turn off. Okay, so to part write this is fairly simple. This is 1 to 1, 6, 4, 5, 6. So it has all of these stepwise motions in the bass. I'm going to get 4 voices here, 2 roots, a third, and a fifth. When this goes from F to A, I'm going to have this voice go from A to F to give us voice exchange. And now when the bass moves by step, upper voices generally want to move contrary motion to avoid parallel fifths and octaves. And at this point, we have to move contrary motion to the bass. Otherwise, we'll have parallel fifths and octaves. So that's a simple realization of this progression. If you voice the first chord this way, this will be the best realization. Another option is you could have had the A sustain in this voice. So this simple progression is all chordal. Every note is a part of a chord. Now this chapter talks about N, C, T, or non-chord tone. And the first type they discuss is passing. And I want to look at what we've written here to look for opportunities for passing notes. A passing note connects 2 chord tones. So any place we have a leap of a third in a melodic line, we can insert a passing note. So right here from A to F, that's a passing note. I'm just going to write a P over it. Here we have F down to D in the alto. That's a passing note. Here we have B flat to G in the tenor as a passing note. And here we have C down to A, passing note in the alto. So I've inserted passing notes. That smooths out the voice leading quite a bit. Each of these, passing note, passing note, passing note, is a non-chord tone, meaning that it's not part of FAC here. This G is not part of that chord. This is FAC. E is not part of the chord. B flat, D, F. So these are non-chord tones. Another thing you can do when you have repeated pitches, you can insert a neighbor tone. Okay, there aren't as many opportunities for that in this one. But right here I see F, and F is a repeated note. That's a neighbor note. So anytime you have a passing note or a neighbor note, it is an embellishment of a chord tone, and we're describing them as non-chord tones. Now this is an embellishment of a 4-voice progression. However, you could write a simple melody. We could go F, A, C. This could be the 1 chord and the 5 chord. We could repeat the C back down to A. This could be the 1 chord, B flat, 4. Five, 1. I wrote a very simple melody with leaps within chords. Doesn't make sense metrically, but we would adjust that as we went along. I put in bar lines just to show the different harmonies. So here, moving from F to A, we could insert a passing note. From A to C, we could insert a passing note. Here, since C is repeated, this could be a neighbor note. Here, C down to A could be a passing note. B flat up to D could be a passing note. Here, we've got an E. We could do a neighbor note and come back to the E. So I've taken what was a fairly simple melody, leaping between members of the chord tone, and from it I've generated a more complex melody using passing, neighbor, passing, passing, and neighbor.